The derivative of secant of x is secant of x times tangent of x. To see why this is true, we no longer need to use the limit definition because we know the derivative of sine and cosine already. First, we rewrite secant of x as 1 over cosine of x, and then we use the quotient rule. The derivative of 1 over cosine of x is, first, we square the denominator, and we take the derivative of the numerator, which is 0, times the denominator, minus, we keep the numerator, times the derivative of the denominator, which is negative sine of x. And so the numerator is now positive sine of x, and the denominator is cosine squared of x. This is the derivative of secant of x, but with the convention, we rewrite it as 1 over cosine of x times sine of x over cosine of x. But the first factor, 1 over cosine of x, is secant of x, and the second factor, sine of x over cosine of x, is tangent of x. Thus, the derivative of secant of x is secant of x times tangent of x. Next, we show that the derivative of cosecant of x is negative cosecant of x times cotangent of x. First, we rewrite cosecant of x as 1 over sine of x, and then we use the quotient rule. Square the denominator, take the derivative of the numerator, which is the derivative of 1 is 0, times the denominator, minus, keep the numerator, times the derivative of the denominator, which is the derivative of sine of x, which is cosine of x. The numerator is now negative cosine of x, and the denominator is sine squared of x. We then follow the convention and split this into two factors, negative 1 over sine of x times cosine of x over sine of x. The first factor, negative 1 over sine of x, is negative cosecant of x, and cosine of x over sine of x is cotangent of x. This shows that the derivative of cosecant of x is negative cosecant of x times cotangent of x. And lastly, we show that the derivative of cotangent of x is negative cosecant squared of x. By now, we know that we would rewrite cotangent of x as cosine of x over sine of x, because we know how to find the derivative of sine and cosine separately. Using the quotient rule, we will square the denominator, and then in the numerator, we take the derivative of the numerator. The derivative of cosine of x is negative sine of x times the denominator, minus, and then we keep the numerator, and then times the derivative of the denominator. The derivative of sine of x is cosine of x. The numerator is now negative sine squared of x minus cosine squared of x, and the denominator is sine squared of x. But we can factor out the negative sign to end up with negative times the quantity sine squared of x plus cosine squared of x over sine squared of x. But sine squared of x plus cosine squared of x is 1, the identity, and so the numerator is now negative 1 and the denominator is sine squared of x. But this is 1 over sine of x, the quantity squared with the negative in the front, and so this is negative cosecant squared of x, because 1 over sine of x is cosecant of x. And this shows that the derivative of cotangent of x is negative cosecant squared of x.